Hey, welcome back, everybody. It's Mr. Reality and Psychic Medium Liz Cross for Sci-Fi number 5 drop. How are you, Liz?
Great. This is exciting. Thank you.
The feedback for this has been great. We appreciate all your comments and suggestions. We'd ask that you refrain from spoilers in the comments, but let us know what else you want to see. The first one up today is Ganesha, a god of the Hindu culture. And I wondered if we could pull in the energy of Ganesha and just find out, is this a real being? Is this a manifestation, a construct, an ET?
Ooh, Ganesha. This is, it's not, is this ET? Are you ET? No. Are you a conscious mind construct? Not really. It's more like an ideology, is what I got.
How does that differ?
How does that differ? Because ideologies are a mixture of conscious mind construct and source. So the root is from source, but then the conscious mind constructs it into something else.
There are a lot of different cultures that are have the belief of Ganesha. So does it manifest itself as something
Hmm.
that can act on our lives, or is it just a thought that we have in our experiences that lead to it? Like what can it
It's
do in our
not just
lifetime?
a it's not just a thought. It's a way of life, is what I'm getting. And I don't know anything about this. And before you all shoot me down in the comments, that's better that I don't know from a remote viewing standpoint. Um, but yeah, it just seems like it's an ideology, it's a way of life.
So when we call upon the idea that we have of Ganesha, is that like a wrong number or a there's nothing there? What can it do for
No,
us in our everyday life?
there's definitely something there. What can it do? Well, it can enhance your everyday life. If you believe that it does enhance your everyday life, I feel that it dispels darkness, is what I'm getting as well. And that, something about fertility, it increases fertility. It can help you if you believe in it, but it depends upon how much your belief system is aligned to it.
What's behind the origin of the imagery behind it?
Ooh, what is the origin? What is the imagery? Where did you get this imagery from? Okay, so what I am getting is that, elephants were seen as powerful beings. And so you wanted like the strength or, the connectedness of an elephant, but also something that resonates with a human. That is why it's this combined imagery. They believed that elephants were gods way back in the day, that
Okay.
elephants possessed some certain power that would enhance their lives. They worshiped elephants.
So does this cross over into elephant consciousness, the idea of Ganesha, or is it a human to only concept?
Does this cross over into it does cross over into elephant consciousness, yes. It's about the elephants being sacred, the elephants being protected, respected as well. Important. This was at a time when people were trying to figure out who their God was. So they would attach anything to the meaning of God. Okay, trees,
Hmm.
nature spirits, animals, because they actually had no idea who God was, but they knew that there was a God or a source. Um, and this is why the elephant was looked so favorably upon, because at this point in time, they thought that maybe the elephant was source.
So what prevented it from evolving into a conscious mind construct as opposed to an ideology then, with all the people worshiping it?
Did it evolve into no, it's still an ideology. Um, but then of course then the human element attached its own ideals to this ideology, this energy, this entity. It does have a consciousness because it holds energy, right? So then you have all sorts of human conscious mind thought attached to it. And it has evolved over the centuries. It has evolved into many different things. And it will do, if you believe that at one point it was fertility, and then it evolves into wealth, and then it evolves into health, it will evolve into those things and match your belief system.
So it's acting as a proxy for our belief system to manifest what we then want.
Ooh, are you acting as a proxy? Yes, yes.
Because in high school, I had this what I call the God rock, and I told
Mhm.
everybody every time I pray to this rock, whatever I want comes true. And I lost the rock, but it would make whatever I wanted happen because I had that firm belief system. Even though it was crazy, it could still do it. Um, and so when people pray
Right.
to Ganesha today, what would happen?
Well, today it's more it depends, again, it depends on the individual belief system. But today we have a lot more information than when this thing was created as an energy form. Um, I feel that its effects are very mild, unless it's like your rock. You absolutely believe that this entity, this consciousness is responsible for everything that happens in your life.
Right. I hope no one finds that rock. It's a very dangerous rock. All right, moving on. There's a new comet we're all under attack by. It's called, what's it called? Interstellar Object 3I Atlas. And Avi Loeb has been saying this is on Joe Rogan last month too. That's there. It's a long way away right now, but this is the object in question. And people are wondering, is it like the Oumuamua? Is it a spaceship? Is it just a comet without a tail? And I thought, we'll ask Liz Cross what 3IA Atlas is.
Okay, I actually have looked into this. This is Star Wars.
That was a movie from the 1970s and 80s, yes, and it's also been rebooted. But how would he mean it's Star Wars? It's is it a attack probe designed to come through the solar system?
Yeah, it's an energy, yes, it is. It's an energy attack probe, ET, behind it. Yeah, totally.
Okay, what else did you find?
That there's a they're warring with another ET race up there. They have no interest in attacking Earth, by the way.
Who are we talking about here?
The ETs that are behind this thing.
Are they physical ETs? Are they energy forms?
Mm-mm.
And what's the war like that what's the reason for coming through the soul system?
Um, so no, they're not physical ETs, they're energetic ETs, and they are trying to steal the power of an from another ET race.
Why
And
come
these
through up
things
here?
here that you see, these colorful type things, this stream here, it's shooting almost like laser beams. I mean, I guess that would be the human equivalent. These laser beams at the other target.
is the trajectory of it. It's going to come through, I think it's up here right now, and it's going to come through, get close to Mars, and but we'll be on the other side of the sun, so we won't see it when it crosses the Mars trajectory around the sun. Is it attacking any, who's it fighting here in the Sol, which is our solar system?
Who is it fighting here? It's chasing something. It's chasing the other ETs, is what I'm getting. Mm-hmm.
So a few years back, Oumuamua came through. Is it chasing something like that, or is it something that we can't see with our eyes? It's chasing.
Is it chasing something? No, it's chasing. Can we see it with our eyes? I mean, we can, but this is all moving very quickly. The other thing that it is chasing is very small. Um, they have seen it. They have. I feel scientists have seen it, but they haven't figured out that this is what is being chased.
Hmm. So, Three Eye Atlas, what's its propulsion system? How is it moving? And how is it created?
Three-eye atlas. What is its propulsion system? It has an etheric tunnel created around it.
Hmm.
So the tunnel was pre-programmed, and that's the path that it's following. Almost like, you lock in on a target and then you create the tunnel, and this thing is going through like an etheric tunnel.
Okay.
How is it moving? It's using energy to move it.
Where did it come from?
Oh, is it from this universe? No. No, this thing is from far, far away. It's not from this universe.
When you say universe, do you mean universe or do you mean galaxy or star system?
Is it from our universal grid? No, it's from another grid. Okay, so the way I see the universe, okay, the way it's projected to me, like we have a grid paper. The grid
Matrix?
paper, I used to hate that, right? Yo,
Oh,
plot
I
the
love the
lines.
grid paper.
Oh God, no.
I like drawing in
Okay.
5 dimensions.
So the grid paper and our universe is one square on the grid paper, okay? It is from another it is from another grid, on that paper.
Huh. Will it catch up to the object that it's chasing, or is it just like a long, slow chase scene?
No, it's got it locked in its sights. And it's actually going to follow it all the way back to where it originated from, the object it is chasing or the race that it is chasing. And that is also outside of our grid square.
There's no one
Of,
in the ship. It's not populated by people.
is there anyone in the ship, or is it populated by anything? It's populated by energetic entities. Yes,
How many energy entities are there on AI Atlas?
hundreds,
Hundreds.
hundreds. Yeah.
Is it like a intergalactic police somehow to find this object and bring it to justice?
Where do you think of this stuff? Is it intergalactic police? That was a good question. It is a bit like intergalactic police. Are you like security? I mean, it personally thinks that it is security. Yes. And it believes it's chasing out the bad guys. But, you know, anyone at war has to have that belief system in order to carry on with the duties that are, they're being told to do. I'm sure even the Russians think that the Ukrainians are the bad guys, right?
Are
Um,
they are they aware of the Earth population of humans as they run through our neighborhood?
oh yeah, everyone's aware of us.
What do they
Yes,
think about us?
that we're morons.
Are they
That's
planning
what
any shore leave as they come through our little neck of the woods?
that's what they said. You're morons.
Well, they're
Are you?
morons.
I know. Well, we're not the one in a Star Wars chasing something, and yeah.
Will they want to pick anybody
Um,
up as they come through? Yeah, I'm sure there are people
are you
volunteering out there.
are you gonna pick anyone up? No, it's not coming here.
Any shore leave for anybody that's on the space battle cruiser?
Any shore leave for anyone? No,
Are they aware of the Oumuamua 2017 interstellar object that came through?
very aware.
What was that, according to them?
It was an energy beam that was being shot through yeah, through the solar system.
Okay. There was another one too, the Borisov 2019 object, which came through. Are they aware of that one? Do they tell us what that is? It's not loading here.
Borisov
Here's the Oumuamua.
2019. The Borisov 2019, are you aware? It says we have a catalog of all of these events.
Okay. And the Borisov object, can they tell us what that was? 2019?
What is the Borisov object? 2019. They're calling it a rogue planet.
Hmm. Were they planet chasers too?
Pre planet chasers too. Sometimes.
What,
Hmm.
how many times have they come through our part of the galaxy?
How many
And how long
times
is
have
their duration of the trip?
how many times have you come through our part of the galaxy? Oh, millions of times. And how long is your duration? It's usually much faster than what it is now. The reason it's moving slowly is because it's locked in on this target.
Can they
Hmm.
flash out of existence, or will we continue to see their trajectory as they go through our solar system?
Can you flash out of existence? Not while they're in this like etheric tunnel, this energetic tunnel. No, they cannot flash out of existence. That was a good question.
And when do they expect to catch up to this rogue thing that they're chasing?
When do you expect to catch up to this rogue thing that you are chasing? Within a year. Is that a human year? Yes.
And what are they going to do when they catch it?
What are you gonna do? And steal all the energy.
Hmm.
They want whatever they're chasing, they want the energy from them.
All right. Well, thank you. We're moving on here to a story close and dear to Australians. This is the Dingo Ate My Baby case. Azaria was found in 1980
Oh,
after she was taken by a dingo. This is Lindsay Chamberlain with her daughter Azaria at Ayers Rock in July. A 2-month-old baby was taken by a dingo. And I wanted to know
oh,
if we could bring in Azaria and ask maybe what her contract was with the dingo or a contract with her parents.
mm. What was the contract with your parent? So these parents were pretty reckless. Okay. Now, I don't know anything about these people. I can only give you what I'm given. Um, this was a wake-up call to them. They really were, kind of living, their head was somewhere else.
Up there,
They
something,
weren't
right?
taking, yeah, they weren't taking care of this baby very well. They were just like, oh yeah, baby, let's party, whatever is what I'm getting. And this was a real wake up call to them. Yes. This had to happen.
Did Azaria really get taken by a dingo, or is there something more nefarious at bay?
Uh, were you really taken by a dingo? Yes, really taken by a dingo.
So did she have a life plan contract with that dingo somehow?
Did you have a? Yes, that was a really good question as well. Yes, she did.
Unpack
That
that
was
for
part
us.
of the plan.
What's that life lesson, that soul path with the dingo that this baby had? This is an Australian case in the 1980s. A woman claims at a campground that her baby was taken by a dingo. She was then incarcerated because no one believed her. And so then she was finally absolved and given money by the Australian government. But it's a sad story, and I wanted to get the baby's perspective, how that happened.
Yeah. The contract with the dingo was necessary, and it had to be something that was unbelievable, right? Something that would capture everyone immediately, or it was just another reckless couple with a baby. Um, this baby was often left unattended. They just did not value life how people should value life, a life of a baby. And it really shocked them. And then to also go through all of these accusations. But the dingo really did steal. Yes, absolutely. The dingo stole the baby.
So what were the karmic lessons to the parents then? They're still alive. Well, the mother's still alive. The father passed away.
Oh, what was the karmic lesson to the parent? I'm going to channel the father. What was the karmic lesson? It was like they had to feel like they were pieces of you know what, right? They even questioned their own sanity. They 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 didn't even know if they were telling the truth because they were told so frequently that you killed this baby, you neglected this baby, you abused this baby. They were left to question reality.
Hmm.
And it really made them have to shape up because they were very reckless people. You know, they were the kind of people that, oh, I've had a baby and my life is going to carry on as normal, and you are not going to inconvenience me.
What was the resolution like after the father crossed over with Azaria? It's been 45 years. Is Azaria incarnated back into the family now, or is she still in spirit
Mhm.
form?
She doesn't talk to the father. That was just a brief moment. They're not soul family. This was
Hmm.
a soul, the baby, that chose to bring these life lessons to these parents. Um, and this is what she does. She goes from family to family to family to family to bring in these life lessons, whether it's through abortion, whether it's through miscarriage, stillbirth, your baby's born very sick. She actually has not really lived for a considerable amount of lifetimes, a full lifetime. This is the
Whoa.
role she is playing at the moment.
Doesn't that kind of stunt your karmic growth or your ascension growth by having short staccato lifetimes? And how many lifetimes as a human has the Azaria soul had?
Thousands,
That's
thousands
unreal.
and thousands because of this baby experience.
Again, I feel
But
like we're counselors to the spirit world because you're shortening your ascension process by doing these staccato lifetimes. Sure, you're benefiting other people, but what does it do for you?
it's racking up the good karma points. So when she does decide to make the transition into full human lifetimes, she is going to have so much good karma that she can't fail, she can't lose. Whereas most of us, it's actually a cunning plan. Whereas most of us, yeah, you see what I mean? We've got so much negative that we have to clear out. Even though we do have good karma, she's coming in with a full bank of good karma when she decides to do that because she's making the sacrifice now of cutting her lifetime short and going through these experiences. And I'm like, well, what happened when the dingo took you? I mean, the dingo did, it ate her. It took it back to, it took the baby back to its family, to the, what I guess you'd call it a den. Um, but her soul had left before that even took place. Did you wonder why this animal was carrying you? Not really. She didn't really have the full consciousness
Two
to
months old, sure.
understand, yeah, what was going on. Um,
Thousands. I don't think we've ever encountered anyone who's had thousands of human incarnations.
mm. Yes, but they're not full incarnations where you're gathering up so much wisdom throughout the lifetimes, right?
Not a lot
These
of
are
wisdom
just
as a
short.
2 month old, but how many other, how many is she going to do of these short stints before, trying her hand at, hey, maybe I'll live to 50 or 70 or 90?
She wants to do thousands more. She's not ready to do full lifetimes yet.
Wow. And she's just going to keep being a ringer, running around. Hey, got karma you need? Hey, got karma you need?
Yeah, right.
Does she hand out
Right.
business cards over there?
Do you hand out business cards over there? I mean, if people need to have a miscarriage in their lifetimes and they want to have that, excuse me, that experience of having a miscarriage or losing a baby very early on, or even having the experience of an abortion, I mean, okay, so this is going to be very controversial, what I'm about to
Mm-hmm.
say.
I was waiting for it.
Okay. So, everybody makes their own decisions, that those are personal decisions that you have to make. But what happens, let's ask her, when you choose these lifetimes where you are an aborted baby, what actually happens to you then? Do you take on this feeling of being rejected? I mean, she does, but because she has done this so many times, she really doesn't have a strong emotional connection to rejection because she's saying the karma, the karmic value, the good karmic value outweighs the feelings of rejection. But sometimes when you do connect with an aborted baby, which I have done on so many occasions, when I've done readings for people for whatever reason, right? And the aborted baby can a lot of times feel a huge sense of rejection. And that's something that the baby has to deal with, that soul has to deal with. And it also creates negative karma. So, does it create negative karma for the mother or the parents that made the decision? Yes, it does in some circumstances. I mean, obviously, there are sometimes medical circumstances which you have no choice.
Hmm.
Now, what I am getting from this baby is that that does not create negative karma. It creates a lot of, strong emotional reactions to the event. But it's when these babies, there's that sense of relief, she says, after the abortion. Now that is where the person is making negative karma for themselves here on the earth plane.
All right. It's five. We got to move on for the
I
Loretto
know.
Chapel. This one, it's a
Oh,
question about this. I think is in New Mexico. The story
oh.
is there was nuns there that prayed for a carpenter to come and build this construction for them in the 1870s, and he said, "Well, I need space, and that's it." And there are no nails in this staircase at two 360-degree turns. There's some prop up right now, but 1878. I wonder if we could channel the carpenter that made this and find out what their original identity was of the miraculous Loretto Chapel.
They weren't human. It
What?
was an angel. Yes.
People have said it was Jesus, it was
Mm-mm.
John, Joseph of Arimathea, Saint Joseph. Who angely made this? And how many other times have they done things on earth that are miraculous?
Just this once. And this had to be built, and they deserved for it to be built. This is an angel who came, presented himself in physical form, and built this.
How many other times has this happened that angels have come down and performed miracles on earth?
Millions, millions of times where they performed miracles on earth. I'm getting that a lot of the ancient structures, particularly in the Middle East, were also a lot of times constructed angelically.
Can he tell us how he created it? Was it glue, pegs? Like, did he use angel dust?
Yeah, really. How did you create this? Interlocking is what I'm getting, like interlocking wood. Did you use glue? No, it was more some type of like very strong paste, natural substance.
Did he manifest the wood somehow?
Yes,
Can you
yes,
see that
whatever he
process?
needed. Yes, yes. Whatever he needed, it just materialized. So if he needed the wood, a load of people would hear the message in their sleep and they didn't know why, but they would chop down wood and bring the wood, bring the materials.
And does he ever look down about it and say, "Yeah, I built that"?
He is quite proud, yes. Do you ever look down? Yes, he does all the time. He's particularly attached to this place and the people that are within it.
What's this angel's name? Is it someone who we'd know in the hierarchy, or is it a lesser angel?
Is this someone that we would know? No, not anyone that we would know in the hierarchy. Just what is your name? Almost like Sunsay.
And has he ever incarnated as a human being on Earth?
Oh, yes, but a very long time ago. He doesn't have to do that anymore.
So is he ascended? And can we then ascend to be in the angelic realm?
Are you ascend? Oh, completely ascended. And can we ascend to be in the angelic realm? Yes, everybody should aim to ascend into the angelic realm.
What's this angel
You're
suggest that we can do in our daily lives to help with our own spiritual evolution?
He says, "You're keepers of the kingdom." What can we do in our own current lifetimes to manifest ascension? And again, it goes back into those good karma lessons, right? Bring about kindness, good karma, charity, gratitude, helping, understanding. Understanding is a big one.
All
Not
right.
judging.
Well, I'm
Not
screwed.
Well, not judging anyone.
All right, moving on. The last one. This is a story ripped from the headlines
Mm.
last month. A baby from an embryo frozen in 1994 has been born into a family in Ohio. So it's a frozen embryo of 30 years. And I wanted to know if we can talk to the frozen baby embryo and find out what happened while it was frozen. Was it stuck in there or did it just come in recently?
Ooh, did you have a soul when you were frozen? No. So what it's saying, what it's saying is that the soul does not enter the body until the first heartbeat.
Oh, okay.
Look at
Interesting.
that baby.
And so this embryo had been sitting in storage for 30 years, and then it was sold to, well, not sold, but taken by a Christian organization. Did this young soul that came in, what's his name there? Thaddius Daniel Pierce there, born July 26th last month, in from an embryo in 1994. What is his soul journey like, the Thaddeus? Is he a ringer, or did he come into this family that he's been born into,
What
as in the
is
soul group?
your soul like? Is this your soul? This is definitely his soul family. You know, people come into their soul families in lots of different ways.
Hmm.
And I think a lot of people need to understand that. If you come in through adoption or, a kid turns up on your doorstep because it's one of your kids' really good friends and, their home is broken and you just let them stay in your house for a long time. And these kids end up being like your kids. That is also how children come into the soul family that are soul family. Adoption, fostering. There's lots of different ways to come in to the soul family. Sometimes, or a lot of times, you just need the DNA from somewhere else for whatever reason. Maybe that DNA is stronger. Whatever it is you want to pursue, maybe you needed those qualities from someone else's DNA to actively pursue whatever it is you have chosen for the life plan. So, you can't, or not saying you, but people out there should never dismiss that when a soul comes to them, it's coming to them and they're probably the soul family.
Right. The soul had a plan. So for
Hmm.
this little Thaddeus, what is his goal? If we can talk to the soul of Thaddeus and ask him what his goal is in this lifetime, is it to bring a message about frozen embryos, or is it something else that we can't see yet?
He's going to be a doctor. And he needed that beginning to really elevate his consciousness and to put him on a pedestal, to think that his life is a miracle, to have a deep appreciation for science, and then to pursue being a doctor. But he's going to be the type of doctor that is involved in a lot of research as well as treating people. So he's going to be phenomenal, and that's why he came in that way. You see, that you can't dismiss it. I had someone ask me before, why is it that, you know, my dad isn't really my biological father? I don't know my biological father, but that the reason that person had the DNA from another father because that person was going to be one of those curse breakers, those generational curse breakers. You know, the type of people
Wow.
that, refuse to get trapped in all these generational traumatic problems. and it needed the DNA from that particular individual to come in, to blaze in, to bust into the earth plane and hit the ground running because that DNA was just so unstoppable. And the way that this little baby has come in, he needed this experience to shape his life and to make him, he's going to be a phenomenal doctor.
Wow. Amazing. Liz, I'm always mind gobsmacked by the sci-fi, and I appreciate each of you out there listening, watching us. And Liz, it's been amazing. I'm sorry we ran long for this one, but fascinating topics. Let us know in the comments section what you would like to look at in the next sci-fi drop, and we hope to carry these on throughout the summer in our special series. And Liz, always awesome. Here's a hit for you, the Shroud of Turin, right there. That's what you said.
I know. You remember when we did that
I
video
do. Yep.
and people, oh my God, people
You
really
got some
need,
hate.
they need to approach this stuff with a very open mind. And that wasn't that what we said? It was
Hmm.
something we said it wasn't Jesus. I can't remember. It was,
Yep.
I do so many videos, but yeah, that was a hit. We said that it wasn't, and it's come out today. What did they say it was exactly?
I don't know. I haven't looked at I just saw the headline this morning. Everybody, we thank you very much. And Mr. Reality does have a
Mm.
chip jar if you want to look at ko-fi.com below. Also, the video that I said I would do as a course is not going to start until the end of next month, the next full moon. So if you're interested in associative remote viewing, send me a note on that. We'll talk to you next time. Thanks, Liz.
I highly recommend you as a remote viewing instructor. So anybody that is interested in remote viewing, I will put Mr. Reality's email address listed down below. Thank
Thanks very
you.
much. See ya.